All right, everyone, we're just going to dive straight into what I'm doing because I opened up this project and was greeted by this warning. So we got to spend some time troubleshooting what's going on here. I have some hunches, some theories. We'll figure out if any of them hold any weight, water, whatever. So let's take a look. One thing that it's telling me here is that I should add an error component at least to my root route. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll find an error there too. So I'll go to root. And I've been doing a lot of my own research into TanStack, so hopefully I can understand a little bit more about what's going on as I'm building it. But we'll see. I'm not going to be too hopeful here. But we'll just do error. All right, so we have error in route match root. So, I also see here that there's this Vite TS config paths, which was something that was sort of a workaround. So that's the tailwind. Let me also got an error. Just it says error. Great. So I do think whatever we're dealing with is here in the root, but I also want to change. I thought I already changed this though. Can we do class name? Just do dark. I don't want to break people's eyes. Okay, so none of that's working, but I guess as soon as I figure this out, it's already in dark mode. I forgot I did that because I've been designing that way. All right. So let's take a looky-loo here. We have some error somewhere. First, let's get rid of this Vite situation here. So I don't need this anymore. In fact, we should just be able to do pnpm remove. Then we can go to our Vite config. We don't need this anymore. Oh. See if that has anything to do with it. Because I am using up 3000 and 3001 right now. All right, so error, read, properties. And yes, I'm trying to figure this out on my own. I don't need no Claude to do this. Type of error occurred in the match inner implementation component. React will try to recreate this component tree from scratch using the error boundary you provided, which is error, which is not actually a helpful error. So Vite config is set. We should be good there. Don't think I have anything different here unless these need to be matched. Doesn't seem like they have any new versions. React is the same, so I think we're all good here. We have our button that's from shadcn. We're not too worried about that. This shouldn't have anything to do with it. Neither should our styles. Our router might, but I don't think so, so I'm going to get rid of that. All right. Oh, I see some errors. Let's see if this does anything. Oh, that's right. I broke stuff. Oh, man, I just woke up. Everything just came back at once. All right, so we're gonna come back to this to do. I do want to get a database up and running, but oh boy, we have a lot of work to do. I do have a to-do list somewhere though. That's my prettier. Is it here? Add links to individual weather pages. Obviously can't do that right now. What happens if I go to like weather? All right, so at least I'm not nobody is seeing all white screen now. So there's something going on with the index page, which is here, which is our array get location data. All right, so all that makes sense that like this is where we started. All right, so if we go back to search, I like the button variant here. Oh, it already is that. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at our to-do list. I don't want to do hourly anymore, but we'll see in a second. Add links to individual weather pages. So this is set up, right? Yep, so we have that. All right, so this is easy. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we have our table that shouldn't be in here, but it is. So let's actually move this out of the search and bring it into our here. So we can do location array. Save that, everything should be fine, perfect. Now we're going to need to use navigate from React router, and I'll store this in a constant called navigate. And then on the table row, that's for the table header, but for all of these table rows here, we're going to want to do an on click, and then we're going to navigate to our weather city. I believe it's params, and I have not set this up quite yet because the problem is we're going to need to use something that's a little bit more robust than a slug. I'm gonna have to use the ID is what it boils down to, but I don't have anything that is going to get the city ID. So let's get that together. But how? So that is going to come from the city itself, which is going to be, from our results here. So we can do results ID, but currently that's not in the type for our results. Dependencies. It should be get location data, location type. It should have ID. I think it's because we do location ID, and I think it needs to be a string because it is a parameter, so we can just cast that as a string. Let's just see if it works real quick. And then also for this table row, we are going to do a class name, do cursor pointer. We're not going to do all of that other stuff though. Oh, none of that did what I wanted to do. Cursor pointer. So we do that. And if I click this, it gets undefined. So there is something going on here. So location is going to be a location type, which does have an ID. So maybe this needs to, well, it's coming through as a number. So location ID or an empty string. Which is not anything. Okay, so let's actually read this error then. Type string is not assignable to type. Oh. Because I need to assign the parameter. Do we not have ID? Oh, not params. Shoot, args. Not args. It shouldn't be search, but I'll include it. Yeah, I didn't think so. So it does need to be params. Oh, that's right. So this needs to be city ID. But I can just leave it like that. And then use params. It gets undefined. Oh. It's not assignable to type string, so now I wrap it in a string. That way we can cast it. Then I click on this and I see that we get our ID. And so now we've done this, but it does mean we need to do first, we can also just add our search component here. What is it? Custom search is what it actually is called. Custom search. Perfect. Then we'll actually add content here shortly, but it'll be a class name. We'll do margin top of 4. We'll actually do 8. All right. So that's good for right now. We need to fetch location by ID, which I know is possible. So if we fetch location by ID, we can then return everything here using our actual get weather. So let's skip down to cleaning up the index page, because I moved some stuff, so I don't think I need location or weather. So I can get rid of all of that, get rid of this. I should get rid of this too, because we don't want to include any of this. All right, so now we have our weather app, which just is going to have our custom search bar, not this. Custom search. We don't need, right now we don't need a loader in here. So now, just some dead code. We don't need, we do need this somewhere though, don't we? We do. Come back to that in a second though. All right, so let's take a look and just go back to our home page to make sure the index page is working right. And that is. All right, so now if we do something like Palm Beach, we should get a query that brings us to Palm Beach, Florida, and then we can get the ID there. Perfect. So let's make, first of all, let's make this better. If we do constant icon map if we need, this will be what is it going to be, weather code. So if our weather code is equal to 0, we'll return sun medium. Weather code is going to be a number. All right, oops. Then if weather code is between 1, I know I can do this in Python, but I haven't tried it in JavaScript. I assume it's about the same. 1 and 3, and it should be less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Yeah, so that's a Python thing. Oh well. So cloud sun. But if that's the case, this will still work, but it'll break if it's equal to 0, so that's fine. So we've got these less than 51, nope, less than 48. So if weather code is just less than 48, we'll return our fog. Less than 55. Oops. less than 55. Our cloud drizzle. All right, less than 57. And we'll see if this works first. Oops, 57 is going to be cloud snow. All right, so here, oh no, we're good so far. All right, so then less than 63. Oh, less than 64 actually. So I think this is going to be less than 58, and then this is less than 56. I think I did this one right. Go back. Yeah, less than 49, 56, and 58. 49, 56, and 58. 49, 56, 58. Less than 64 is going to be cloud rain. Rain. All right. All right, so we need cloud rain also. Or if weather code is less than 82. If weather code, this is the fun part, is less than 60, or actually it's just equal to 65, or weather code is equal, oh, this is, I'm trying to get cloud, rain, wind. Cloud, rain, wind is less than or equal to, nope, this one is just equal to 82. So I've got that one. Cloud, rain, less than 82. Cloud, rain, wind. So cloud, snow. Code is less than or equal to, we'll just say that, 86. Return cloud snow. And then these last few, if weather code is less than 99. Return cloud. Lightning. Return sun, medium. All right, so that's our icon map. We're going to export it, and we're going to move it to its own utility. So let's move, what is this? Let's do a new file. Well, actually, we're going to do new file, which will be our utilities. Maps, I guess, .ts, add, and then we can export our icon map. Oh, so this needs to be TSX. TSX refactor. All right, and then we also need our name map, which is going to follow the same thing. So let's go ahead and just copy this and paste it and have our name map. And then come look over here. Can't believe I typed it out all like that. That was dumb. All right, so here, just so we can keep things consistent, this will be clear. Oh, I had these separately. I'm not going to care so much about that. Partly cloudy. that will take care of it. This will be foggy. 56 is going to be drizzle. Oh, what am I doing? Drizzle. Snow. Oh. Or. Might have to look into that in a second too. Because I will revisit this. All right, so drizzle, snow. So then we're going to have rain, because what's going to happen is this is going to check if it's 0, if it's 3, if it's 49, if it's 56. Then it's going to hit if it's less than 58, and that's false, but it's less than 86. Something wacky is going to happen, I just know it. All right, then this is going to also be rain, but there's a 65 and 82. Since I already wrote it out. We got this one here already. So logic eludes me, but here we're going to have thunderstorms, then just clear. All right, so we've got our name map exported. Now the thing though is if I go clear and just look up, oh, I know, Bethlehem, why not? Yeah, so there's no weather here, so I have to use this later anyway. Okay, so that's our map. We can get rid of all of that. We've got our location type, which we are using. We're not going to use hourly weather. We have React, but we don't need use state. All of this goes away. And our index will be pretty clean. I do need this, but I'm going to change it. And it needs to be, where does it need to be? It needs to be where we're rendering the weather. So we're going to put all of this elsewhere. So I can cut that and move it here, because we're going to change some things. So we're going to get weather data, yes, but not from latitude and longitude, as they say, from the ID. Then here should be, why am I trying to guess? Open Medio. We should be able to get location by ID. Or maybe I just, please hold. So, all right, so the first thing we need to do is get the place. So we'll do an async function get place by ID, which really should be city, but whatever. We'll have an ID that'll be a string. This will be a promise of location data, just like the other one, but it brings in location. One location. Did I not export that? Location type. Okay, any second now. There it is. All right, so with that, so this is going to take an ID, it's going to resolve to a location type. Then we're going to get our response by awaiting a fetch to our API. So the API is our geocoding API, and we should be able to take an ID from here. But is that even included? So you get the ID. Version 1, get. Oh, all IDs can be resolved via API endpoint. Perfect. So we will, here I'm just going to take it from here, copy the link. We're going to paste that in, do that, and pass in the ID. Then we'll need to make sure, oh, it needs to return something. Okay, that's what that error is. We'll get back to it. But if we don't get a response, then we just need to throw, there should be a not found page from TanStack. Oh, yeah, it's from, TanStack router. So that's where the not found page is coming from. Otherwise, we can just return the response. Perfect, type is fine. Now we can get the forecast. So our forecast, do we still have our types or did I delete those? Get location data. Am I using that? I don't think I'm using this, but I have get weather data, get location data. This has to be used somewhere. Yeah, no, it's just, oh yeah, so it's all used in the weather index page. All right, so we got to fix that too. Ugh. It's all part of the learning. I know that. All right, so we have our place by ID. Now we can get our weather data. We don't need the ID, but we do need our latitude and longitude. So let's get that back in order. And then I also want the time zone so I can show things in local time. So I'm going to do time zone, which is also a string, strong string. All right. Oh, why did I do it that way? Okay. So all of that should be good. Then this is going to resolve. I need to make a type for this. We'll come back to that because what we're actually going to get is our daily forecast. Because hourly is just going to be a lot. I don't want to deal with pagination and all of that stuff. So we're going to go back to our forecast. And here we're going to take off our hourly weather variables and we're going to get our daily ones. We'll want the weather code, max temperature, min temperature, sure, sunrise, sunset, rain some, shower some. Oh, maybe we can do like a chance of precipitation column too. I think that could be interesting. And then I think that's it. I don't really want anything in here. It's like some means and stuff that I don't really care about. Mean surface pressure, bulb. All right, and then current weather doesn't matter to me, though it could. So if I get the current temperature, let's see what that ends up doing. Current temperature and weather code. And we'll take a look at this. Ooh, I can set this to Fahrenheit. I'll probably just convert it though. So I'll do a I'll do a conversion so I can display both the Celsius and the Fahrenheit version. All right, so we have our link here and I can paste that. Weather code. All right, so we've got our latitude and longitude, which we'll need to change. Include our latitude, our longitude, and then I forgot to include time zone. And really, I just want to get that part of it, time zone auto. So if I just come down to here and do and time zone, equals our time zone. So that's a long, long link. So we can get our forecast. Then with that, we can store our data in the correct place. All right, so constant of data. So we'll await. Oh. Let's break this up because this is going to get hard to read anyway. So let's do a constant of URL. Then we will fetch that URL in a constant called forecast. So we've got our forecast, and then we're going to have to see a couple things here. So one thing we need to do is we still need to type this, but I need to see the data first. I mean, I can look at the data here, but it'll just be easier to see what we get out of it. And then we need to start getting it into a form that I can use as a table. So let's go ahead and get our data. We're going to await our forecast. Well, this should be then res JSON. So we get our JSON. So now we can await our forecast. No, I'm doing too much. All right, so let's just set this to be our data and then log our data. Since I've got some errors here, I'll go ahead and comment all that out and just return to break this. Great. So over here, we have something. Get place by ID, get weather data. Oh, so we need to use a loader still. So if we just use a loader, how do I want to do this? All right, so we'll need to use an async function to get our params from our slug. And then we'll get our place, which will be get place by ID, and we'll pass in our params city. Then we'll just get our forecast, set that equal to await get weather data. Is that what it's called? Tis. Oh, I can see it right there. And then we need to pass in our place, latitude, place. That was way harder than it needed to be. And then place our time zone as well. And really, if I don't include time zone, it should be auto. So let's do time zone auto. But in general, time zone is going to be included. It's always nice to have a fallback though. All right, so then I can return our place and our forecast. Oh, it's in the wrong spot. All right, push you up there. All right, but primarily, I just want to log our forecast. So if I do that, we should be able to see all of that information there. All right, so I see daily, I see current. Current should make this pretty easy. All right, so we're going to look at our daily information first. But yeah, no, that works. So we'll do daily, we can do current, and then, yeah, because we have daily, current is in there. Perfect. All right. So that is, I assume, in Celsius, so we'll need to convert that as well. All right, a few things then. We need a type that we'll just call our daily forecast. Then we'll need another type called our current weather. And then we're going to need one last type, which is going to be our forecast type, which we know is going to have our latitude, longitude, Lord help me, longitude. Then we're going to have our time zone, which is also going to be a string. Then we'll have daily, which we will put as our daily forecast. And then lastly, our current, which will be our current weather, but I'm going to change this to be current here as well. Daily forecast is going to be an array of that. So this should actually be daily entries, I think would make more sense. Daily entries, perfect, okay. And really, I guess this should be daily entry. Daily entry. All right. So this function down here, get weather data, needs to resolve. There's going to be a promise of our forecast type, which means we need to return a lot more than what we have. But part of that is going to be remapping it, which is why I kept this function, which I think Claude generated for me last time. So we need our time. Current, we have our time, we need our weather code, and then we also need our temperature. I'm going to change this back to weather code just so we can stay consistent. Then our temperature, we'll actually do our high, which will be temperature. I don't know why I'm trying to copy or not copy and paste when my life would be so much easier if I did. Then we need our low, and we'll fix all of these types in just a little bit. This needs to be I. So right now what I'm doing is just remapping this to be into something that's going to be a little bit more tabular in nature. Sunrise, because if it's not loaded this way, it's going to be harder for me to transform it how I need it to be. Sunset, then our precipitation probability. So let's just do chance of precipitation, and that's going to be this I. All right, so that means all of this is my type. So this is my daily entry. If I do that, then I need this to be a string. I know weather code is a number because we looked at that last time. This is also a number, also a number. Sunrise is going to be a string because it's date, time, and they store it as a string. And then this is also a number. And it looks like it's returning percentage, so I don't need to worry about converting that into a percent either. So that means in this map, well, first, one thing at a time. So to table, essentially, we have our time and weather code. And then this is going to resolve to our daily entry. All right, so I already see something that I need to fix. Maybe. So then this will be, what is it supposed to be? And then daily entry. All right, I need to look at this a little bit differently. Because I think I can actually do this just a hair different. Yes, I can. All right, but first, let's get our current type together. I have a different function that will work for this, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Clearly don't need this. All right, so that return's not going to work, but I do have my current weather, which I'll need my time. I don't know what interval is. I don't need it though. Then we've got our temperature, which is a number. I think I need to add the Fahrenheit and Celsius. I am messing around with TanStack Start. So I've been wanting to learn this for a little bit and thought it was time that I just dig into it. Yes, I can have AI code whatever I want to, but I still enjoy coding. So I'm just learning how TanStack Start works, its key features, its primitives, the things that make it tick, and what makes it different and why people are talking about it. So digging into it a little bit, making an application that's just like a basic weather app, for example. So that's what I am working on. All right, so current weather, temperature. Oh yeah, so I need to do high and low. No. Yes, I do. High, low, and then I also want to do the high and the low in Fahrenheit. I don't know if I need to store it that way. Yes, I do. All right. Then for our current weather, I need the same thing then, temperature, but then temperature Fahrenheit, because it's Celsius right now, and then weather code, which will be a number. All right, so we have our current weather that's going to roll all of this together. So what I'm going to do now is in our get weather data, I'm going to first let's get our current. That's going to be easier to do. Data, then we'll have current. I don't think I need to map anything though. So current, do I need to do it this way? Yes. I don't think I do actually, because current is going to come out differently. So let's hold on that. So we're going to do a constant of daily though, and we'll map it through this. And we're going to get our time string and our index, which is going to be a number. We'll pass in our time. So this is the time property, or the time key, and we're going to add the time there. And then I'm going to get our low, which is going to be our data daily temperature. I wonder if I can do oh, it's there anyway. Well, temperature to m min I, so that's going to be our low, but I want to include it as the degrees Celsius, which means that this needs to be a string. And then I want to round this because it doesn't have to be a whole number, so we can do math round data daily. So that should check out. If I move that in. All right, so that looks okay. Then we can do this again for our Fahrenheit, which, if you remember from grade school, we're going to wrap this in parentheses. Then we're going to multiply by 9 divided by 5 plus 32. So that's how you get to Fahrenheit from Celsius. Let's go ahead and do this again for our highs. And I believe that this is just maximum. Oops, max. All right, so we have that. What are we missing? Sunrise and sunset, as well as weather code. So our weather code will become from our data, not current. Daily weather code I. Then sunrise, sunset, chance of precipitation. All right. That's not at all what I thought was going to happen. Why is it still happening? All right, sunrise, sunset. Data, daily. Oh, that should be it. There's that. We can get rid of that or add that trailing comma back in. So now we're going to return our daily and then our data. Or let's do, oh, that's wrong. This needs to be data. This needs to be daily. And then there's current. So I wonder if I should do also current, which would be data current. All right. So all of that should be good now. Forecast, what is happening though? Got an error. Error. But I don't know what the error is. All that should be fine. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back to our weather. Search for maximum. Sure, Senegal. That leads us to an error. I don't see anything in the logs though, which is interesting. Oh, here it is. Chance of precipitation. Oh, that's not what it's called. That's why. I wonder if my error component can take an error. Sure can. So that's a little bit more helpful. All right, so if we go back to our weather city, this actually needs to be called something else. And that can be found in the docs. Precipitation probability max. All right, put that there. That should bring this back up. Perfect. I don't need to log anything. We're good. I don't need to type anything. We are currently all typed up because everything's going through this forecast type. Perfect. All right, so we have our Celsius, our Fahrenheit, weather code, etc. We cleaned up our index page. We're fetching location by ID. We'll do this. Add more components. Why would I do that? We're going to add what we need. All right, so render weather and temperature. So this is where our table is going to come in handy because I've got my daily. Well, first, what we should do is log the city. Oh, wait, no, we need to use, so we need our current use params. We need route use loader data. And we're going to do a constant, and we need to get, what do we need to get out of here? Should just need to get our forecast because like even though that's below the loader's only setting the place in the forecast. So we got our place and we got our forecast, which means then I can say, so we'll do the search still at the top. This should actually move. Let's bring the search over to the root. which means also our index page doesn't need search. Though maybe it should, who knows. Yeah, what should actually happen is in our weather, we should have, do we not have a weather? We don't have a layout route, so let's add that real quick. We'll just do weather.tsx. Doing that makes a layout route, which is there. And then this can have our custom search and our outlet, which is the children. Then we can take that out of our root. So now the home page looks fine. We can then search for test. And this does not look fine. Weather city, you don't have it. Search doesn't matter. Weather index has it, I believe. Yes. Now, why is weather app here? Oh, because it's right there. All right. All right, so go ahead and get rid of that. We can click into West Java. We get that. We get our place. We can then say something like, let's do an H1 weather for place name. Perfect. This div needs that margin top 8 I was talking about. Great. And we can do something like current weather for, and then if we really wanted to be fancy, we can do some strong around this. Maybe even an underline with an offset, because I don't like how close that is. Offset of 4 maybe, yeah. It's a little bit better. So current weather for this place. Do we want to do a table for this? Is that overkill? Yes, it is. So we should be able to do something like, what is it, option 8? Yeah. We can do forecast, current, temperature. Temperature. Maybe I don't need that actually, so. Forecast current temperature should be right. But maybe it's not because I haven't mapped it. Okay. So then in that case, we do need, why are there so many spaces in here? Current equals data. Current. Then we don't need to map anything. We just do equals data current. What do we have? Current weather, we need our time, temperature. There's a few weird things happening with my IDE right now, and I don't want to reset anything. So now we need our data, current time, data, current temperature, but that's not quite right. Temperature, oh no, it is right. Temperature, and then this then needs to be that math round. degrees Fahrenheit, nope, Celsius. My ID is really letting me down right now. But it's probably because I'm just like flailing on buttons, honestly. Do that. I am working with TanStack Start, a new-ish technology that I have enjoyed using and I wanted to learn more about. So here we are learning more about it. All right, then this is going to be times 9 divided by 5 plus 32 to get Fahrenheit. This is going to be temperature F. And this is going to be data current weather code. So now I should be able to pass in our current as well as our daily. Not a number. All right, let's log our data real quick, so we can take another look at it real quick. Refresh. We're logging a few things here. Not exactly sure what I was expecting. Oh, here we go. So there's two logs happening. The first one, or the second one must be... Oh, I shouldn't have logged here. No, that is where I should have logged. It's in the loader that I shouldn't log. All right, so I need to get rid of that so I can actually see. And I'm looking for current. It's temperature... Current. Temperature to M. Oh, my gosh. Drives me crazy sometimes. All right. All right. There we go. 25 degrees Celsius. To put that into freedom units, though, I need to stop logging this data. Then down here, I want to do that slash so I don't like how this looks right now. So what if we just do something like current weather for blank. Then we can do, oh, this doesn't need to be strong. Put this here. Do this is an H1 though. So let's bring this out. We're going to wrap all of this in a div. Oh no, there is something seriously wrong with my keyboard shortcuts right now. What did I do? Okay, that was easy. All right, so now I want to use a div. So that's the H1. We're going to do another div for our temperatures. Div, and we'll do H2 of current temperature. We can do, really just do a class name of text small. Extra small is probably too small. Yep, small. There we go. Do a div class name. Then within the current temperature, we're going to create two spans. I mean, we should create two spans. So let's do a span here. Keyboard is really letting me down. Another span here. And then this can come in here. Yet another div. Div galore, man. Div galore. All right. So then we can do a class name. Let's do flex gap 2. Should be good. Not really going to move there. All right, so all of this should be small though, so do text small for all of it. Get rid of this one. Then I also have chance of precipitation. So we'll do another flex. No, all right, so we'll do another div, excuse me. But these divs then are going to be in another div. Wow. So 1 second, current temperature, chance of precipitation. Just getting this ready to go. Class name, flex. All right, so what I'm working on right now, it's more of a fun project than anything. It's not like anything serious, but I do still enjoy coding. I do use AI to code. That's not what I'm here for, but I do enjoy the act of coding and the act of learning new code. So right now I'm learning TanStack Start because I haven't used it a whole lot and I want to learn how to use it. So the best way to learn how to use something is to use it. So I'm learning. I'm just being on live stream, chatting, thinking out loud, and trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. But yeah, so it's fun to actually code and learn the stuff. But of course, AI does have its place in coding today, whether or not you want it to. So this needs to be chance of precipitation. But reading docs, actually like working and using code is also very nice. I've enjoyed it. So this needs to be current. And I think this is correct still. But maybe that doesn't come in current. I thought it did. Precipitation probability max. It does. It was supposed to. So that should pass it in. Oh, come on. What do you mean cannot read properties of time? Forecast current. Oh, it's not on current weather. So data daily time. Undefined is not an object. Data daily time. Am I using that anywhere? Data. Oh, I am right there. All right. What's happening now? Obviously it's not okay. What is our status text? Bad request. All right, so that tells me I did something wrong here. Precipitation probability max. So if I go back to current weather, precipitation, I wonder if this is actually it. But wait, because I have in current, that's daily current. Okay, I don't have it. I just thought I did. Okay. So that should come back. And then I don't need this anymore, but I can keep that how it is. Then I need to log our data again, refresh, scroll down until I get to current. Precipitation 0. So what is that? So if I need to change this to just be precipitation. So then what is that actually? Precipitation? Of course, there's going to be a lot in here. Hourly. So I think I need to look at, where's current weather? Okay. Pressure level, 15-minute, hourly, API. So all of them have this. Precipitation unit. So I guess current doesn't have a chance of rain, which I guess makes sense. That's fine. All right, so we'll take that out. Take that out. Take it out of the request. And then we'll just change this here to be current. Oh, we should do... Oh, I already have it. Okay, so we need our icon map and our name map. So this will be weather code. We'll do icon map. And then another span for our name map. Then we can do something like current weather. Justify center, flex call items center. Get rid of this. All right. Item center, perfect. All right. Then here we need also items center. So that's a little bit big. Oh wait, no, I didn't do Or no, I did do text small, didn't I? I didn't. Interesting. So we can do text small, but it should be small. Yeah, it is small. But I need that icon to be smaller. So we go over to our maps, select all of our icons. And just so I don't have to do this again, we're going to do size equals size. Then I can do const size. And we'll say that that equals, let's say like 8. 8's too small. 16? Just right. All right, so if I need to change it again, it won't be too difficult. All right, so we have our current temperature, our current weather. Those should probably be card-ish. I'm not going to pull in a full card. But if we go to Weather City, I can just do class name and do, I guess, border, border gray, sure. Oops. Wrong place. It'll be this div, so there and here. Border gray. All right, so current weather, it is for sure here. And then it needs to be here. Border gray. There we go, and then we can do padding 6, sure. So that's card-ish, then we can do rounded, and we'll just do medium. With a little bit of shadow. I don't see that shadow. That's definitely too much shadow. Okay, I can start to see it. All right, so we'll do medium, and then we should really set the shadow to be more like a white. Ooh, that's too much. White, we'll do like 20% opacity. Man. 20, 10. Cool. So that's there. Now we can add the fun stuff, which is going to be the table. And then I will call it quits for the night. So we're going to bring in our table, which will have a table head, the table row with some table cells. The first one, that didn't import like everything else. All right, so our table cells, we're going to do our, let's just do it in this order. Almost. I want to mix one thing up. So we'll have all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we can do our date. We can do I don't even need a title. Then we can do low, high, right. Okay, so then we need sunrise and sunset. I don't actually need these two because of how I'm doing low and high. And really I can also do sunrise, sunset as well. All right, So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the second cell, but then we can go to our table. I remember body, there we go. Now for our rows, table body, yes. We're going to need to get our forecast daily map. Then we'll have our forecast. And then for each one, we're going to return a table cell. Oh man, all right. Table, there we go. So not name, we have our time, which is going to be not what we want. Table cell. Table, oh. First, this needs to be a table row. And instead of this return, let's just be consistent. Have this here, table row should have table cell inside. Get rid of that. Fresh. There we go. So we've got our date, which we can actually change this to be a new date. That, and then we're going to do to locale date string and do undefined for the locale because I don't really care. I'm going to change it anyway. Year, month, day. Let's do short for the month. There we go. Then the next cell over is going to be our icon map, F weather code. All right, we'll keep going. Table cell. Oh, we should also, let's do something like this. So we'll do this with our name map. Can I do this? So we'll do span. So we'll do the same thing that we just did. Span, do another span here. I don't need two spans, do I? What did I do up here just a second ago? I already forgot. Oh, we're not even using params here. Okay. Current weather. Oh, it is spans. Okay. So you can just drop this right on in here. Change this to be just an F. Then class name flex gap of 2. All right, so that looks good. Then we can change this to be weather. Then the next one is our chance of precipitation, which should just be, right, F, chance of precipitation, %. Okay, we're making it, and then we've got our low, which is going to be our F low flow F, then this is degrees Celsius. Oh wait, no, I don't need to do that because I think it's already included. Perfect. All right, so that's in. Do it again for the high. I have no idea what this table is going to look like in smaller screens, but hopefully fine. Oh, it's starting to show up now. All right, table row, table cell. Oh, so yeah, no, that's right. All right, and then sunrise, sunset. So then we have our last table cell, which will have sunrise, sunset, which are going to be ridiculous because we actually need to do it with this. And then I'm seeing something wrong with our table, so I need to fix that too. So let's put this here. Put you there. This should be sunset, sunrise. Oh, this should be to locale time string. There we go. All right. Good. So now we just need to fix this table. And then this is in a good place. It's current weather for this. Table, body. Table row. Oh, we need key, first of all, which is going to be our time because that is unique. Of course, that's not going to fix my issue, but it is a React thing. Hello there. Thanks for joining me as I struggle through learning how to code with TanStack Start. It's not too difficult, but it is just new. All right, so we have our table row with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be right. Table head. Oh. Table header. Now I have to import it. There we go. So now all of that's together. If I close this up, all of that is fine. So now we can see the next 7 days. We can see our current temperature and our current weather. And then we just have a list of a forecast. So now if we do something like Palm Beach again, Palm Beach, we can go to Florida and I can see that they've got thunderstorms, but currently it's pretty nice out. Let's go to Anchorage in Alaska. Oh, there's one in Kentucky. We see that there's a chance of rain. Current temperature. I mostly just wanted to make sure that this was different because it looked like it was the same thing. All right, so if we look at our to-dos, we did that. Scaffold with create. What components was I talking about? Let's take a look. I don't think I need to add more components. Well, I guess maybe, because I could make this into a card, like an actual card, but I don't see why I would. If I clear this, there's not really much to add, so I don't really know what this means. But I do want to come back. We're actually not going to use better SQLite. We're going to set up SQLite with libsql instead. Client, because what I want to do is set up storing favorites and recents. So I'll want to store, like if I'm searching through a bunch of different cities or whatever, like I would want to see the recent ones that I went to go visit and then store some favorites as well. I don't want to keep like all of the favorites around, just a few of them. Oops, I don't know how to drink water anymore. Whew. But yeah, so like if I visit here, I wouldn't add the recent down here, but I should be able to see Anchorage, Alaska instead. Which actually, that brings up another thing I should do, because the place name only gets me so far. I need place admin place country. So I really don't like this strong though, so I'm going to change it to be a span so I can keep the underline, because I do like that. I think a little bit more offset would be good. All right, so now we can see like very clearly. We should do a back button too. Let me do that real quick, because I think I can just use navigate. So if I do use navigate constant navigate, because I can use my ID. Oh, I don't need that though. I need the search parameter. Let's take a look. So navigate. I have a feeling it's navigate, but let's take a look at the TanStack Start docs. I am starting to lose it, so this is not going to go much longer. Use navigate. Oh, so I may not actually, first of all, let's do this. Okay, so I have done something that I don't like doing. So if I can't like right click to, but like open a new tab, which I typically hate when that happens to me. So that would mean that over here, my table row, problem though is if I want the whole row to be clickable, it needs to be a link. But if I wrap this in a link, port from React Router, I believe. Yep, link. Problem is going to be to just home. Yeah, it takes away all of like the actual row styles. But if I put it inside and wrap all the cells, I don't think that does anything either. Yeah, so that messes that up that way. But I am able to click in and go to the home page. And it's not like I can link I guess the other option, so if I search here, well, first of all, we'll try this docs here. So just while I'm focused, so it's not actually that. It's going to be go back, use can go back. Okay, then I actually need use router. Just looking at this, so can go back, and then I need the router. Then I can just do just a div, I think, up here. Don't know if I need all that. But then I can do lucid. Nope, I need left. You can do it. Arrow. Fine, I'll do it myself. I won't do it myself. Lucid. So Lucid React should be in here though. It's not. Import from Lucid React left. So now we can do arrow left, go back. The whole thing needs to be wrapped though. Oh, wait, no, so I can just do this on click. If can go back. Router, history, back. So now if I go here, click in, I gotta fix that. Can go back, perfect. All right, so there we can do cursor pointer, margin bottom, text small, items center. Then this needs to go down size, I believe 16 was what it was. Yes, go back. And then let's do a gap of 2. And then why not do hover BG white like 20%. Ugh. All right, maybe not. All right, so either way, that looks good. Go there. That works. Now the problem is this. And I think I need to ask Claude about this one, and then I can call it quits. Sure, okay. Oops, too far. So here. I want to use the link component instead of use navigate so I can maintain the functionality of a link in my table, such as using command click to open a new tab. Can I do that? So either way, I'm going to search for this, but what's happening right now is if I wrap these in links, it does this. Without that, it works how it should with navigate because I'm adding the client-side navigation. But that takes away the ability to use, the problem is it's where the link sits in the DOM. The fix is put reals inside each cell and let it fill the cell. Oh, that seems like, well, I guess it's not that much work for this. So if I do table cell, wait, no, links inside each cell, do a link to well, this just says, let's try it its way first. Link props. Oh, I have to return the link props. Okay, so I'll do that in a second. So first, let's move you. Then we're going to remove this on click. Change this. Link props is going to be equal to R2 weather city params, which is really the same thing here. So we can grab that. As const. And then return table rows. Let's see if that works. All right, so everything looks good. All of that works right, and then I can command click. Or not, because I haven't done this right yet. A cursor pointer can stay there, that's fine. And then for our link, so we have our link props, link. Then I can do class name, block px for py2. All right, so that works. I just don't like the style of it. Maybe I can just remove the block part, or sorry, the padding part, and just leave the block part. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so now if I click this, it brings me over. If I go back, I can click this, brings me back. All right. So this seems to be a good place to stop because I have my link. I can click on things. All right, so I can get rid of this. Thanks, Claude. Can get rid of this. All right, so where are we? So I do still want to add these, but I need to move them because this will probably be done here in our layout route. So I can save that and then check if there's any other to-dos. I don't think there is. Get location data. Am I still using this somewhere? Guess I am, but I should move this. So let's grab all of this, move it here. I believe that screws something up over here. But, oh, yep, here too. Dang it. Copy that, paste there. Ooh, delete all this. Love a good quick refactor. Custom search no longer takes locations. I guess we need to await this. But that makes this asynchronous, which is fine. Oops. So it makes sense still to use navigate here for the search because like I don't need to do test and then command click that. That's just its actual functionality. but now I can do it here, and that looks good. All right, so I bet I lost my, no, I still have it. All right, so any other to-dos? Our index looks good. Our weather has the stuff. Our maps are fine. We've got our weather index, which looks fine. Our search is fine. This should be good now. And then our route looks fine as well. Cool. So this is a great place to stop. I'm going to come back probably Wednesday to add in libsql, libsql, whatever it is, to set up SQLite for persistence, and then persist favorites and recents. So looking forward to getting into that a little bit more in detail next time. But until then, I do have a course out for Payload. It's called Payload Essentials. If you're looking for a CMS and you're looking for a developer-first CMS, highly encourage you to check it out. And if you want to learn how to use it to its fullest extent, check out Payload Essentials. It's got everything you need. There's a link to that in the description. I've got a newsletter called Next in Dev. Feel free to subscribe to that as well to get all of the most up-to-date information about everything happening across the web dev industry in one newsletter. And then I have just X, Twitter, whatever. NLVogel, that's all in the description as well. So if you like this video, be sure to like the video and then subscribe to my channel so you can see more content like this and not miss it. So that's all I've got tonight. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.